ready to talk about Usher again? Second episode of Usher. Just kidding.
Your host for the evening?
It's the MF Doom episode,
The
everybody.
Year of Doom.
The Year of Doom completes. We are
Mhm.
peaking on the Year of Doom. It's been a whole year.
I am proud.
I am happy.
Dude,
Especially
having
after
trouble-
this one, because this was the one that I hadn't listened to at all. Because I had heard Doomsday and the second one. Like, I'd heard them before. I've heard Mad Villainy plenty of times. This one I've never heard, Mouse in the Mask.
Yeah, this one surprised me when I heard it.
Yeah, this was, honestly, I think the one I'm going to have the most to say about, but it is like, it's MF Doom. Like, you know, but we have a lot of news.
We do have
Yeah.
a lot of news.
Oh, I think, how is everyone? Jasper's in a different place. Hold up. Let's address this. Let's address this canon really quick.
Austin, Texas, baby.
Yeah,
The most expensive possible weekend to be here. We're out here for Formula One, 3 days of chaos.
Jasper
And,
has officially declared for the Republican Party. He's...
have you?
No,
No, Austin,
I don't
they
think
call
that
Austin
works.
Little
Wait.
Chicago, right?
Yeah, it's like basic. Yeah, I know it's a blue city, but it's Texas.
Yeah.
Like...
It's tied to
Yeah,
Chicago. Yeah.
Move to Texas, move to Austin, and change it from red to blue. There you go. There's your little call to action. for
No.
it. So don't smash like, don't hit subscribe. Move to Texas.
No, I'm not
I
going
don't
to
know if
move
we
to
can
Texas.
promote that.
Vote for power grid stability.
I don't want to move for. I don't want to move for Texas. If federal protections for my marriage like go out the window, Texas is not going to be a friendly place to be.
It's just,
Hey.
I feel
Yeah.
like if I'm not going to move to Texas, I'm not gonna
Clarence
tell
Thomas
people.
makes do, and so will you.
Nah, yeah, I know, but no, not in Texas. My family didn't get us out of Cuba
Hey,
to
John
live
from
in
Texas.
Texas. Yeah, I know. I listen to that song all the time. It's been in my head for weeks. Like, sidebar: has anyone listened to his new album, Big X the Plug?
I have not.
One, it's called Take Care, which is insane.
Lovely.
Hilarious.
Yeah, but the video for it came out with Lyrical Lemonade.
Mm.
Cole didn't
Yeah.
direct. Yeah, so I listened to it. I would love to revisit it another day. Like maybe when we do like a year-end loose ends, I would love to like maybe talk about that. But it's a good album. I've been shout out Jeff for putting us all on Big X the Plug.
I was gonna say, if Cole didn't direct it, we'll have to see if it's still that lyrical.
It's like posted on the Lyrical YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
Should we get into some releases?
yes, let's talk the new releases. Purvis, run it down.
Of course. Starting off, Yeet is back for the second time this year.
Wild.
He's dropping Lifestyle. It is quick. That man
The-
that man shoots nonstop.
Yeah, no, that man fucking loves the studio.
Yes.
I think he is the anti Frank Ocean. Think about it. Whites, mumbles.
We're just gonna have a spectrum of Yeet and Frank Ocean. I love that.
Yeah, it's like
What
a.
What would his name be if he were to be a true opposite of Frank Ocean?
A true opposite of Frank Ocean. was
Jimmy
probably
Mountains.
Frank
I don't
Ocean.
know. Like.
There you go. Perfect.
Frankie Waters. There we go.
There you
Water,
go.
I can do that.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
this is gonna be 20-something songs. So
That's
jump
nuts.
in and get ready.
Yeah,
21.
yeah. What are the secret features? I know they're. What's everyone's prediction?
I just
Drake.
want another future one. They probably will.
Childish.
Childish. I would like Childish.
Oh yeah.
I'd like I know this is gonna be like a cop out answer from me, but I think they're both from South Florida, so Denzel.
Oh yeah, that would make sense.
I'd love a Denzel feature.
I'm here for it.
No. And I hope because
Um,
I was very impressed by 2093. So I hope this keeps my Yeet enthusiasm going.
I mean, the real question is, he's still off of drugs, because that was the only difference between this album and the rest of them. But on to our usual suspects. We have more Griselda, because we have to discuss Griselda every week. They never
No,
stop dropping.
They never stop releasing. They're the best.
It's a bit absurd,
Allergic
but
to
Benny-
not dropping.
Yes. Benny the Butcher and 38 Pressure will be dropping Stabbed and shit too, because there's a first one apparently. They
This
just
is the
can't stop.
greatest label that has ever existed. Like,
They need a medal.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Weekly reminder to listen to Hatton Garden Hold Up. It's very good.
that's the one that just came out, right?
Rome Streets, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Besides that, we have Ian, the white boy that doesn't go away. He will be dropping Goodbye Horses, featuring Chief Keef and obviously Lil Yachty.
Insane.
So yeah, that's
wild
thing. And then I'm throwing this in there. It's not hip hop, but
no, this
big
is
names.
this is inbounds. This is totally inbounds.
Did you guys know about this previously?
That it's coming out?
No.
I'm like aware of Bon Iver. Like like every Kanye fan. But
Yes. He'll be dropping his EP Sable. I believe that's how you pronounce it. So
Yep.
That should be fun. I'm
No.
excited. And then we have a ton of singles coming out. We've
Yeah.
gotten some insane news within the last 24 hours.
yeah.
We have apparently the first single to Tyler the Creator's album. Is it
Saint Chroma.
Chromacopia or something?
Chromacopia is the name of the album. Yeah, the first song is Saint Chroma.
No.
So I'm
This-
excited. I'm here
this-
for it.
Dude, this is hitting very hard for me. I really like this.
This is
We'll get to
perfect
this when we talk about the album, but yeah,
Mm.
I'm very hyped for this. I like Daniel
I have a
Caesar.
conspiracy that he had to cancel his festival appearances for this album. He was probably getting a feature on it that he couldn't reschedule, and it probably hit around the time of
Yeah.
the festivals.
Yeah, because there's a whole production involved. It might have been more of a shooting thing, if anything.
That's what I'm thinking, like the music video
Yeah,
that he shot.
yeah. But yeah, no, I'm very excited for this. I think this is hitting at the right time. I love that he's to side part to the album really quick, but like I love that he's releasing it on a Monday.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Going
for
back to
this.
his Nardwa episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say we need to go back. I miss the Tuesday releases.
Me too. Me too. I agree with it, like the Tyler the Creator thing when he said like, oh,
Like New Music Tuesday just sounds so much better.
like the drive to work is so much better of like a first impression than like a Friday night out, you know?
And that's if you listen to it while you're out.
Yeah,
Like-
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think it's really, really
Probably
good.
not paying attention if you're pregame and listen to it. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a completely different environment, and like, yeah, I want to go back to Tuesdays too. Actually, I miss them. I miss Beyonce. I love you, but you ruined this shit. Like,
It's also one Frank Ocean birthday that day.
It is. We
mm,
might get lucky. That's what everybody's been plotting on Reddit already,
ooh,
trying to
That's
piece
right.
everything together.
In honor of like former Odd Future release day, we need to like eat Pop-Tarts with no frosting.
I would do that. I would do that on camera. That's good.
We should do that. We should do like a Cheers, like a Pop-Tarts, like
Okay. When we go live, that's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
Once you start streaming. I
Yeah.
like that.
Oh my god.
But onto some other album announcements coming up. We also have Absol coming out with the first single, All That will be dropping on his album Soul Burger. That's also being released, I think, within a month span from here.
It's like it's
Very
the
soon.
first week of November.
Yeah.
Very soon. And then since we're talking about album releases, why not cover it? Earth Gang will also be officially dropping Perfect Fantasy, and that is coming out about the same time as well. So we're getting a lot
Yeah.
at the beginning of November.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited for Absol as well.
Yes.
TDE's been having a killer year,
And they're
and
on schedule, so
yeah,
man, if it's lining up, I'm excited.
yeah,
I'm ready.
no, it's really really good. And then Earthquake, like I love Earthquake. Like they are. I mean, Jid has probably overtaken them since the Forever Story has come out,
Yeah.
but Earthquake for a while was my favorite Dreamville act. So, yeah, dude, I'm really excited about all of these. I am very unreasonably excited for Tyler, considering the fact that I'm not like the biggest Tyler fan in the world. I hope this is a full-fledged Halloween album.
Yes. I think he's gonna kill it. I'm excited. I think this is perfect timing. I was just saying the year was slowing down. I'm here for it.
I mean, he's on a great 4-cover run with this album.
Yeah, no, the cover is awesome.
Top tier, dude.
This,
Whatever video you sent us, Jasper, of like breaking down, I guess, the meaning behind the character.
Yeah, it's
yeah, the Phantom Toll Booth, right?
yeah, it's just a reference, just like how Call Me If You Get Lost was super Wes Anderson
Yeah,
focused and referential and like all of its content and production style. This is doing that, but with a book.
yeah. No, I'm very excited for this. I'd love to see this tour and this aesthetic be my first impression of Tyler live. So I'm excited about this whole thing.
Yeah, we're gonna need a redemption tour for that Lala cancellation.
I agree.
I'd rather see him on tour than at Lala.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to see him in general.
Yeah,
I'll take anything at this point.
yeah.
I do have to ask, since we are speaking on it already, just give me one feature that you want.
For Tyler,
Come on.
Yes, just one. And you can say
Schoolboy.
Schoolboy. Okay.
it's probably the most obvious one, but Kendrick. I love the idea of Kendrick and Tyler collabing. I think they have such. I love the unexpectedness of that. I feel like they come from such different areas, but it's such an unexpected combination. I really want to see Kendrick.
Okay.
My heart says Frank Ocean, but my head says Childish Gambino.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I like that.
I also think we get a Steve Lacy collab.
oh yeah, totally,
That would make sense.
totally, yeah.
If anything, just on the instrumental at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Earl Sweatshirt.
No,
Hopefully.
I think
what
that's
about
obvious.
yeah? Earl Sweatshirt would be great. Brent Faiyaz.
Try not to go with one that's obvious.
That would be like my less than obvious one might be Brent Faiyaz.
I have a stupid one. Don Tolliver.
Oh.
I don't hate that. I was also in the group chat. I was only half joking when I said I wanted Franz from Turnstile. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't take it too seriously.
yeah.
Okay. I'll go through the rest of these. Stuff to cover. Juice World. I'm actually glad that I didn't see any coverage on this, and I don't mean that in a bad way.
I
But
do.
Juice World.
I mean that in a mean way.
The pre-party extended was released, I think, like 3 days ago, and no one discussed it, which is fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But it's about 4 songs on that. We also have Future collabing with Coco Jones. Get away from her.
Yeah, get away from Coco.
Get away from her.
Dude, I've gotten to the slandering Sierra part of my Future arc. Like,
It's a good arc. It's a good arc. A lot changes there. But yeah, they'll be collabing with also Wanted on the track. They'll be dropping my Most Beautiful Design. We have Cheese Shine partnering with Young Thug, Free Thug, Please. They'll be dropping When Life Gets Cold.
Free Jeffrey.
Free Jeffrey. It's necessary.
Jeffrey.
Speaking of Brett Faiyaz, we have WizKid collaborating with Brett Faiyaz, dropping "Piece of My Heart." That's gonna be a vibe. Really good R&B soundtrack there.
Yeah, I'm into that.
We have ASAP Ferg dropping "I Thought I Was Dead," and so did everyone else.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nuts, dude. Wow, hate that. Hate bad vibes. ASAP Ferg.
That was, I was gonna say, that was cutting. That was like some bullshit, I would say.
Yeah.
He just hasn't been
Jesus
around in a
Christ.
while.
Go to therapy. Like.
But yeah, he's back. I feel like we haven't gotten an album in a while, but it should be fun. We have Vita partnering with Smino and Justin Timberlake dropping Savior. We have IDK dropping Supernova. We have Jeremiah partnering with Four Bats. Remember him?
I remember Four Bats. I like that album. I didn't love it, but like.
It was fine.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, he came and went, but we can blame Drake for that. I think.
Yeah, good.
I don't know why, but we can. And then in the South, we have Ari Lennox dropping Smoke, who also recently just deleted all their social media to take a little break. So
Good.
It should be interesting to see what she has.
Free yourself, Ari.
And that's really all there is for the releases. Some small stuff for news. It's been a slow week. But Chief Keef documentary is now confirmed. Apparently,
I
it will
love
be.
this. I think this is the exact right move for Lyrical to make. I think a documentary about Chief Keef is fertile territory for them. I think this is great.
Yes, it just makes sense.
Yeah, no, I would love
And
that.
they'll do it justice, I think. Which is
Yeah, I think they'll do it justice. I think I'm excited to see what kind of visual flair Cole Bennett could bring to a documentary. Those can get very stale visually.
Yeah.
So, and like if the content is good enough, like that's fine. But like I'm very excited at the idea that it'll be a little bit more exciting.
And I think this will be the first documentary by them, right?
Yeah.
So.
And I'm sure Chief Keef's going to have a lot of say.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a collab, I would say. Although
Definitely.
I definitely am of the opinion that the less the subject has say over the documentary, the better it is.
100%.
Yeah.
Which is why Kanye's Genius documentary falls so flat. I
Yeah.
think, in so many ways.
That's why and The Last Dance, I think, is a great example of the former, where it's like the Bulls like had no control over the public, like the
No, but Jordan had a lot of say.
Sure, yeah, and that's like that's nuance, but like
He's the GOAT.
yeah. All right.
All right. Well,
We have what's the last thing, Purvis?
I was gonna say to close this out. Some of us will be attending. We're still figuring out, but West Side Gun will be in Chicago around the same time period as all these releases for November 2nd. He will be doing The Hills Have Eyes, which seems to be a combination of several things.
Yeah, it's a wrestling term, and it's also a reference to a horror movie.
Yes. And
well, he's launching a wrestling company.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I can't wait to go to this
event is
and post this in the wrestling Discord.
No, yeah, it seems to be a bunch of stuff. It's the day after the album release, so obviously it's a concert, a wrestling match. I'm sure he'll be promoting the shoe that he just worked on. So
yeah,
there'll be a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of vendors there too. It looks like it's gonna be a cool event. Me and Purvis are gonna try and be there.
Absolutely.
Maybe covering some shit, making some TikTok content, watching West Side Gun perform some songs.
We can't scream boom.
Dude, we'll get too excited. I'll get too excited. He would kill us, yeah.
But that's all. That's all that we have for the news. And
all right.
Should we jump right into it then?
Yeah, let's jump into our main topic. It is our final episode of the Year of Doom, where we're covering MF Doom's The Mouse and the Mask. His full-length collab with Danger Mouse to kind of pair with the last one, Madville, and the full-length collab with Madlib. So,
the king of collabs,
dude, could you imagine like this guy collabing with like some modern producers? Could you imagine a MF Doom Alchemist?
It does bring a smile to my
The
face.
The world isn't ready. Anyway, definitely, I think the most ahead of its time album of the four, Mouse and the Mask. Do you want to dive into it, and then we can do some final thoughts on Doom before we end this year? We are approaching Doomsday.
Yes.
Or have passed it. I don't remember.
I mean, I think you mentioned it earlier, but this is also my first time ever hearing this album.
Yes, this is the first time, hearing this one.
Anything outside of the big three or big four that we've already heard and recorded, this was very entertaining. This was nice to listen to. I was trying to force myself not to go Doom good and leave it at that, but like
it kind of is
to be like one of the best lyricists ever,
dude. Just in terms of like bars, like I don't know how you top it. This is like the syllables, the multi-syllable like references, the density of it is insane. Yeah. But I also do think there is not that there wasn't, like, I feel like there was a huge sense of theatricality in the first two albums that we covered. But I do feel like there was a big sense of musicality in Mad Villainy, but this one to me feels very musical. This one I feel like he's really flexing into like songwriting, you know, not so much hooks, but like, you know, having some really prominent features. I feel like this is like when Doom became like known in the underground
Yes.
because you know, when Doom released, like he wasn't it's not like he was popular in the underground from the beginning. You know, he was an unknown until he started getting picked up by like Adult Swim in the mid 2000s, which is going to be a reoccurring theme with this album. Like
Yes.
For sure.
Jasper, Jeff, what was your takes on this album? Just high level.
I mean, I broke out laughing once I started hearing Master Shake and Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah, it was
I started to like, I did not even know they were part of this album.
I had no
I'm
idea
driving into
either.
work. I'm driving into work and I hear it. I'm like, what the fuck? Am I listening to the right album? I'm like, yeah, this is the right album.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is absolutely. This is I knew about MF Doom's connection to like Adult Swim. I had no idea.
Yeah, I knew that too. I had no idea they were featuring
And
prominently
Space
on an album.
Ghost. Space Ghost
And Space
is
Ghost.
yeah, C Lab 2021.
Space Hose.
Yeah, Harvey Birdman. Master Shake and Aqua Team Hunger Force are credited on several. Like they have credits the
Several.
same way Talib
Master
Kweli.
Shake blowing up on Doom for not picking up.
Yeah, dude. Oh, my God, that was incredible. It was, but the
You
thing,
don't get skits like that in music in
No,
and
yo,
albums
that
anymore.
is
not like this.
no, not like this. Like, I feel like the only skits we get are ones that are like super hard hitting and narrative focused, right? Like the good skits you get now are the skits in Good Kid, Mad City, and Blonde, which is
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
this. You know, this is a
No,
completely
'cause-
different thing. Like,
because like even Ludacris when he was making music, he was making funny ass skits.
Yeah. Very early 2000s. Yeah.
even early Kanye.
Yeah,
It's a very different
Hey, you
time.
get that $25,000 job a year, and you go, man. Yeah. No, those are classic.
Dude, I love. We should do a best skits episode soon.
Ooh,
Can we
could do a
actually? I
best
would
skit
love
episode.
that.
Dude, we should do that for
Hey,
we should do that for April Fools. Like
Oh, that'd be great.
I like that.
But
Best
yeah,
skits
no.
and best episodes.
this was a delight. This was my favorite one to go through and listen to. So, but yeah, no, it's been a wild year. Do we want to just go over what some of our favorite tracks are? I know it's Doom, but to me, I feel like there were just like some strong standouts. Like I think Old School is easily my favorite Doom song now. Like I
Okay.
loved Black Star, Talib Kweli. Like I think he shows up really masterfully on this track. I think Doom then comes in and just slices and dices them. It's like a perfect progression. It's like, yeah, it's just, I to me that is, I just want to call that out as my favorite track on the album. I like that, and I liked Crosshairs a lot.
That's also another really good one.
Yeah,
It's tough. I'm trying to think like which one I like the most because, at least for me, I went through it I think 3 times.
yeah,
And like it just flows together so smoothly. I will say, you mentioned Old School Rules. That was high up there. Benzie Box was up there for me. And then I didn't realize I don't know where Sofa Kings is from, or like the
Yeah.
original meaning.
That's an
What is it
SNL
from?
thing.
yeah. It's an SNL thing.
So it was Shia LaBeouf on SNL, I think, and there's like this episode where it's a skit where it's like they work at a shop called Sofa King, and they're selling. It's like one of the filming commercial, but they have an accent, so it like
Right.
plays together.
Okay.
Our sofas are so fucking cheap, like
That's
stuff
so
like that.
dope.
It's very funny,
Damn, I forget how old SNL is. Jesus.
dude. SNL is like my dad watched it when he was younger than us. That's wild.
Yeah, no, that's absurd. That's too much. Did you guys have anything stand out?
Yeah.
Jeff,
What
Jeff?
were your
Space. I liked Space Hose.
Space
Yeah,
Ghost
I
was
like,
awesome. I love that it was a rap
Basket
about
Case.
Space Ghost.
Yeah, exactly. Basket Case was another one I liked. On top of all the ones you guys named, like
Yeah,
I love this album was so good.
Yeah, this was easily my favorite of the 4. I'm gonna probably listen to this for the rest of the weekend. Dude, I love
Yeah.
Space Ghost. Do you remember on 420 when you both came over and watched Space Ghost?
Yeah.
That was Space Ghost? I didn't
Yeah.
realize. Okay. That actually was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so, and I think it's interesting, like, seeing how much of an impact Adult Swim has had, like, on hip hop, like, in earnest, right? Like, without Adult Swim, we
Yeah.
wouldn't have this. Like, MF Doom would never have blown up. We wouldn't have had this direct album. We never would have had Run the Jewels. Yeah. Like, Killer Mike's rap music. Like, it, you know, I think some of the Odd Future kids were, like, really blowed up on Adult Swim, too. Right, like I think like Earl more than anyone I think was featured on Adult Swim, and it's like that is a big enough like thumbprint to leave on a industry that you on a surface level don't have anything to do with, like
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that.
It's like how people. I don't know why I drew this parallel, but do you know the whole story of BJ Novak's face accidentally getting picked up as like a stock image and circulated on like products in Asia?
I think I have heard of that.
I have heard
Yeah.
of that, but enlighten me.
Yeah, so like this guy who was a photographer for some studio was selling stock images to like some stock image website or service, and he accidentally, I think it was he accidentally selected like the photo from a different shoot from like just like model shoots for like BJ Novak as part of like another show he was on that wasn't The Office. It was like before The Office.
Yeah,
But he like accidentally uploaded that as well, and it got approved because it was like he owned the rights, the metadata was good, whatever. And then like some random fragrance companies making like just cheap, I think cheap Chinese perfumes like picked up that image, and he's like the face of like some just random cheap perfume in Asia, and it was like a thing that came up on like a talk show he appeared on. But it's like, oh, I suddenly have a cult following for entirely the wrong reason.
Yeah.
that's amazing though. I respect that.
Yeah, shout out to that photographer wanting to get paid. Like,
You
dump
gotta
those
do,
stock
Hopefully
images and
everyone's
run
getting
with it.
paid still.
yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do to get paid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, no, everything that you all said was great. I think the highlight for me really was the Talib Kweli feature. I think that was just like the way that worked. That honestly, rap snitch knishes, but if you know, you know, because it's like the Mr. Fantastic MF Doom flow, the way they work together and seamlessly like bounce off each other. It's that, but you've got the added musicality of Danger Mouse coming in and giving. I don't want to say it a more elevated, but maybe a more sophisticated,
A more
beat.
polished for sure.
Polished for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
musical experience.
Yeah,
And
it's
like,
certainly more polished and crafted. I don't want to say like better, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, definitely elevated to a degree.
and for any of our listeners who don't know, Danger Mouse is like, I don't want to say underground, but he's definitely like an off the poppy path, like extremely celebrated, extremely successful producer who's worked with everybody from like Jay-Z and the Beatles, like splicing them together and like working with Jay-Z.
Yeah,
to
he
do
made
it.
the Gray album, right?
Yeah, the Gray album, exactly. To like he's worked with Jack White and like formerly the White Stripes and like all kinds of just insane projects
The
all
Black
across the
Keys too.
Black Keys. Yeah, there's just like nothing he hasn't touched.
Yeah.
He's been a legend for like 30 years almost.
Run the
I think.
Jewels. He did a collab with Run the Jewels.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's still active. Just 2 years ago, he dropped a cheat code to Black Thought, which was phenomenal.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, he gets around, and I don't want to say he's underground, but he's definitely also
He's
very
underrated. Like
underrated.
I think like we could just go ahead and throw that on there. I think Danger Mouse is thoroughly underrated.
Definitely underrated.
Yeah, like Madlib, I think is celebrated and like I don't know. I wouldn't be mad at him getting more praise, but like I would say like he gets his flowers. Danger
Yeah, like
Mouse,
him, Alchemist.
yeah, they're in that lane. Danger Mouse coming in and just bringing a completely different vibe to it because he has like this cross genre experience. I think really did Doom a lot of favors.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, and I think the way in which Danger Mouse approaches music, in not being promotion and publication heavy, is also very much the way like MF Doom approached music for a very long time, and I think that philosophy kind of shows in the way they work so seamlessly together.
I agree. And I will say, just to build off something Purvis had said earlier, like I do think like the Doom tracks like do like mush together a lot. Like
Yes.
not mush, but like they flow together so well it could be hard. This
Mm-hmm.
one, I think to me had the most defined feeling like there were defined songs that were also part of a cohesive whole. Right? Like I think it's definitely fine when your songs are just like so good that they just kind of flow into each other and the track just kind of feels like one long thing. I think if you're good enough, like MF Doom is, I think that's fine. But I think it's a lot better when it's a cohesive whole made up of like defined songs. And I feel like this one, I think it really felt like that.
Yeah, you want an album where you can put it on shuffle and not have to listen to it.
Yeah, you can put it on a
Like,
playlist, but it's still rewarding to listen to front to back.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you guys have a favorite collaboration that he's done? Because he's worked with Scarface meet Metal Face.
Yeah.
You have the Mouse and the Mask, Matt Villainy, and then Vaudeville Villain. Do you
Vaudeville.
guys have a preference?
Oh god.
I know they're all like A-tier albums.
Yeah, I think it would probably be Danger Mouse. Like I think I probably do like Madlib more as a producer overall than Danger Mouse. Just like having heard a lot of Danger Mouse's stuff from across like a lot of different genres. But I think I like this collaboration a lot more.
That's true. I'm stuck between either the Mask and the Mouse or Matt Villainy because both of them are just so great. They're so good. So between those,
I think as a project, I appreciate the way Mask of the Mouse kind of unravels and expands more as you go through it. I think that the standout tracks on Mad Villainy are stronger.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
But yeah, no, I think this is really incredible. Like, do we want to go around and just say a couple like high level takeaways from like the entire year of Doom? Right? Like I think it's just crazy to see like the arc he went through and like how insane it is that we didn't get to see like where it could have gone after he fully like reached like underground king status. Right? Like it is insane to think what the 2020s would have looked like with Doom still releasing projects. I know he did slow down in the 2010s a lot, like, for about a decade before he died, but still, I think this unfinished trajectory, I think, is like one of the worst losses in the history of the genre. But
I mean, we're looking at he'd be getting so popular, he'd be on the anniversary tours for a lot of his
oh
albums.
yeah, he would be.
So that's where he'd be coming back around. He probably wouldn't be making new music so much, but he'd be doing the anniversary tours if he was around still.
I definitely
I don't
agree
know
with
if
that.
I can get hit with what do they call it, Doombot or whatever.
Dude, that's the other thing. Is that like if I got doom botted, especially because like I think the last show we ever did in Chicago, he doom botted.
Oh, dude, I would have been so pissed off.
Yeah, like because it was Hannibal Buress.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that is like a factor, and it is like kind of crazy how his music appears to be good enough that we all kind of forgot about that part. Like,
We'll let it slide. I don't know. I think going off what you said, that was one of my main takeaways. Is that I wish I could see him partner with like there's so many names I can think: producers, artists, singers, anything.
yeah,
I wish he could have just collabed with like 50 people. I can just start listing.
yeah, right. Like
I would have loved it.
Yeah, that's the
But,
thing.
like,
It's nuts, and they're all gonna. I mean, yeah, they're all gonna sound incredible because he was just like he was the rapper's rapper,
right. And
Yeah.
I feel like you can bring out a lot of specific skills out of different artists, and like he himself wouldn't change. If everyone thought a little bit more like MF Doom, the industry would be so much better.
Yeah. Ooh, another track I do want to call out before we move on, just because I fucking loved it, was The Mask, the one with Ghostface Killer.
Yeah.
That was wild. And it is nice to just have a reminder of how much Action Bronson sounds like Ghostface Killer. Like,
That New York.
It is a distinct accent.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Yeah.
That's actually so funny because I'm listening to it now. Action
You
Bronson's
know-
been heavy on repeat for me.
I know. He's so good, isn't he?
So good.
Dude, you got to
Only-
see him in concert. He's so good in concert.
Only Bronson I consume is accidental.
Okay.
You gotta actually listen to Bronson, man. He has one of the best albums of the year.
No, I know.
I'll let you know that when you've been sending those
Yeah,
messages
start
on
posting
Instagram,
'em.
I'm reading it in Action Bronson's voice.
You should
Good.
post them on the Unpaid Nobody's story, you coward.
Okay.
Start posting all of them. I would love that.
All right. I can do that. I will start doing that. I'll go back to the group chat. I'll do like one a day.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna know what's going on unless they watch episode. We can't say it's you. They just have to assume.
No, yeah, it's just gonna be random. Like
Okay.
anybody could.
This is the unpaid nobodies.
Plausible deniability.
It's my middle name.
Going back to how we feel about the Year of Doom, I think that right now we are in really, really good timing to be having this conversation because Gladiator 2 is coming out. And like, oh my God, the amount of discourse online I've seen about this is hilarious. And I think that what we talked about in terms of like Doom in a modern context, I think that even still, even as popular as he's gotten, probably for a lot of the wrong reasons, like we talked about, or like just through different channels, I think he's still just as fundamentally like misunderstood. And I don't want to say like underappreciated, but appreciated for maybe the wrong reasons. Like the example I want to give for this is it's pretty well known at this point that the Doom mask is in fact the front face of the Gladiator helmet from the movie Gladiator, topped at the top and then just suspended on strings or whatever else, right? And the number of people who I've seen in Instagram comments on like Complex posting about this movie or on like the official like Gladiator 2 new channels being like, is that MF Doom? Why are you copying MF Doom? Like stuff like that. And it's like
No.
that level of misinformation and miscommunication about it, I think shows that people really aren't super critical about like the origin or the history of the music and the content that they're digesting and like who the artist is behind it. And also I think Doom would have wanted it that way because it contributes to the mystery and the persona and the subversion to like the pop culture that he always kind of had during his span as an actual artist, you know, say 1999 to 2009. So I think it's just a really interesting time to be kind of wrapping this up, the Year of Doom, as this movie's about to come out, and there's more misinformation about him flying around than ever, none of which he perpetuated.
Yeah.
So it is worth pointing out that MF Doom wore the mask before Gladiator came out.
Oh, did he?
Yes. However, it is just a objective fact that after Gladiator came out, he based the new mask off it.
Yeah.
So that is a confirmed fact. So yes, I think you're right, but I just wanted to add that nuance. Because just because some of the albums we covered this year came out before Gladiator, and just because I'm a movie nerd, I know that shit.
Yeah, 100%. It's just funny because I saw the whole thing about the Gladiator popcorn bucket, and people are like, "Why'd they make the popcorn bucket look like MF Doom?" It's like, oh, buddy.
Oh my god, it's not even the worst pop. Why are the popcorn buckets a trend? Can we stop? Can we stop and do this? I hate this. I hate this.
You can thank the Shai Halussi for that.
I can't believe with great good comes great evil, and we got the best movie of the 2020s, and now we have.
Hold on, can we let's talk about that for a second? Can we make the tagline for Venom 3 with great good?
Like,
power wide, great good, great evil.
Like it is like. That's just how I feel. I hate this. I'm so happy I go to like an unconventional movie theater that serves popcorn in a steel bucket. Like,
make it stop.
Yeah, make it stop. I don't like the Wolverine you can fuck. I don't like the Dune. What is going on here? Dude, I don't like it. It makes me feel bad. I don't like Venom. that was weird. People got weird about that one. It's not a good time.
They're gonna make them all weird. It's how it works here.
Yes.
God, could you imagine though if they had one for Infinity War that was like a glove you could like hold on to the bucket with?
Now you're interested.
Well, that's because it's a thing you put your hand in.
You all know they're gonna make it America's ass. Captain America.
I hate that. I hate this world.
I do like the idea of collectibles kind of extending back into film releases again, especially for physical stuff. Like, I missed that because that was like more of a staple of like my childhood, like earlier like 2000s and stuff. But this is not the way we had to bring it back. It did not have to go viral to be good.
Yeah, no.
Bring back good Happy Meal toys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Finding Nemo had a banger set when that came out.
Yeah.
Finding them.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I would love Dude Happy Meals. Like, but
Yeah.
to keep it real though, I am
Like a
gonna
worm that you can, wheel back and it just.
I'm not gonna lie, the Sonic
You sold me.
McDonald's Happy Meal ones, don't sleep on those. Those dope.
Yeah, dude, I'm very excited for the Sonic movie.
When is that coming out?
End of the
Isn't
year.
there like a game coming out too?
Yeah, with Shadow.
Oh boy.
It's like a weird, fucked up Sonic.
The ultimate edgelord.
My God. So MF Doom.
I mean, I just can't wait because I did last week order the Food 20th anniversary shirts, so I can't wait for those.
God, that does look really good. I do wish I could have gotten that merch drop.
I mean, it's all out.
Oh,
mean,
is it
can
still available?
yeah, it's still available.
Okay, shit. If I might do that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no limit on it. I think you have it all the way up until it comes out,
Oh,
and it drops
shit.
on November 14th or 15th.
Oh fuck!
So
I'm
I
definitely
think
gonna
you have-
order some shit. Yeah.
Probably gonna end up doing that.
God, Food was also very good. God, that
Yeah, I just can't wait to get the merch. Ever since.
it is a wild discography he has. I do wonder, do you think like, him being able like releasing different projects under different names, Vaudeville Villain, King Ghidorah, and even like Mad Villain and Danger Mouse, right? Do you think he was able to get away with that because he was so underground? Because that is like an unusual release schedule or release strategy, whatever, like anywhere, like in any kind of music sector.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that during our food review, where it's like it deliberately obscures who the real artists behind it are. I think that creating groups, official group names, where it's like they only ever have one album release, the music collector in me fucking hates that, and I think it's super annoying because it's like sorting and categorizing your content just becomes that much more challenging.
Yeah.
But also, like, yeah, I think it totally lends itself to like the mystique and the persona and everything else that comes with that kind of territory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much a villain move.
All right. Do we want to give a grade and move on? Kind of call it like this short
A plus.
A plus. Yeah, this is an A plus album.
A. Yeah, A plus.
Matter of fact, I'll let you know when I don't give a Doom album an A plus. Like,
Yeah.
You should expect A plus now.
How do you think Doom has made his way into your daily, listening after this
I
year?
would say I haven't been active with my playlists in general. I haven't added to the vault in a long time, but I would say he is already in rotation when I listen to Griselda. Because now I have my Griselda kind of rotation. He has naturally just fitted in.
Interesting.
So
Griselda, dude. I actually do think there was a West
he
Side
has
Gun.
a project with West Side Gun.
Yeah,
Not
like
a project, an EP.
yeah, it was like a really short EP. Like I think it was before Griselda Records, but it was with West Side Gun.
And it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. All right. So, do we want to just head straight into recommendations for the week?
Let's get it.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. So my first one's gonna be probably a shocker to all of you. It's JPEG Mafia, either on or off drugs.
Damn it, dude! I
Ooh.
was hoping you were gonna do JP Mafia's cover of Call Me Maybe, because that
Call
was
Me May- oh my
Dude,
God.
I gotta listen to the new JPEG Mafia. I haven't yet.
I haven't either. I need to.
Yeah, this one just came on through one of my playlists Apple Music. So I'm like,
This
I
is on
like
the
it.
new album, right?
Is it? It might be.
Okay, yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, bet. Maybe I'll listen
Yeah.
to that tonight.
It's
Oh,
good. This is a really
yeah.
good song.
Okay, so my first
Got
one.
a good beat.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, I don't doubt it. JPEG Mafia is a unique producer. All right, I'll go first. Mine or next. I'm gonna go with a throwback. I was listening to Miguel, who I love Miguel. So I want to recommend Skywalker featuring Travis Scott. I am known for thinking that a lot of early Travis Scott features were borderline unlistenable, and I stand on that. But this one is an early one that I actually will give some credit, and actually I liked quite a bit. I think
What
it
year is
flow.
it?
I don't. It's early.
You
Hold
said it
on.
was Skywalker.
Yeah,
Skywalker.
Skywalker. Yeah, 2017.
That's earlier, yeah. That's
Yeah.
like the
Same
birth.
album that has the J. Cole song on it.
Yeah.
Doing chill.
Yeah,
Both great songs.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, War and Leisure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely want to recommend Skywalker.
But Jasper, you want to go?
Yeah. Random songs off of Good Kid, Mad City have been getting stuck in my head lately. So I'm going with Real.
Ooh, unconventional choice. Widely considered the worst song on that album, but I fuck with it. Good choice.
Is it considered the worst song on that album?
I think so.
Let me take a look.
I don't know.
I
About
think
that.
some people think the really really real part is annoying. That is something I've heard a lot.
I have
But
heard that as well.
I do love the I say what I want to say.
No,
but
I agree. I agree. I do not agree with that hate.
Yeah.
I just want to point that out. I do not. But it is a thing I have heard a lot.
Look, something has to be the worst. So I
Something,
think
yeah,
it's fair.
exactly. But it's still an incredible song, and I respect the deep cut, honestly.
Yes.
I think the other one that got stuck in my head recently that I was on the fence about recommending was The Art of Pure Pressure. I think that I prefer Real to Art of Pure Pressure personally. Like I would put that lower than Real.
I don't hate that. Like, I don't hate that as a personal take.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Pressure.
I don't really care. Like, I don't care what order you have any songs on Good Kid, Mad City. Like, they're all great to me. Like,
Yeah. I think I've burnt myself out on The Recipe, unfortunately, because it's in my liked songs and it keeps coming on.
yeah,
That'll do it.
that's fair.
And I need to take a
Ooh,
break.
switch to the Black Hippie, the Recipe remix.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
All right. To no one's surprise, Action Bronson.
Ah,
So good.
What song?
I after this album, listening to it the first time, I was playing 2K and I didn't realize my Spotify just went off for like a good 2 or 3 hours. And this came up on shuffle and man, is it good. It's so good. So that's my first one.
What song was it?
Dimitri, but he spells it like DMTR.
Oh, it's that Action Bronson. That song's incredible.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
my next song is gonna be a '90s classic. It's Suzanne Vega and DNA, Tom's Diner. I can't get the song stuck out of my head.
That's
Every time
awesome.
every time I'm checking the other studios at work for music, I just hear this song as I'm looking out over at the lake.
Approved.
Approved.
Like that.
All right. This song it came up on shuffle. It's from one of my favorite groups of all time. And it's the first track on an album, and I think it's the hardest opening bars I've ever seen in my life. It's Heat by Brockhampton. And the opening bars are, I got pipe dreams of crack rocks and stripper poles.
What an opener.
Nothing has ever needed to start that strong. Nothing has ever and that was the start of the Saturation trilogy, which I think, went off like it deserved.
It got us ready.
So yeah, that song came on today while I was cleaning, and I just got taken aback by those opening bars.
All right, Jasper.
My next one, I am gonna go ahead and go with what's her name? Green Day.
Ooh, very good song.
I've been
Good
going back to
choice.
Green Day stuff. I don't remember what my picks were for last week. I hope I didn't like last time. I hope I didn't like double dip or anything, but yeah, I don't have the doc pulled up. So
I don't think you did.
No, you had Killers and Kanye.
nice. Oh yeah, that's right.
You had Green Day 2 weeks ago
Nice.
because that was when we did the
Yeah.
deep dive.
Oh yeah.
Switch up September.
All right, well, I will close this out. Brandon knows for me, for the first time in a long time, today was a Kanye West day.
So how'd it go?
And I listened to Everything I Am. Damn.
Banger.
He's so good.
I have a take.
Go on.
That's the only song off that album that fully holds up.
No, Flashing Lights.
Flashing Lights is good, but it musically it feels very 2007.
I
don't think
I don't think that's a bad thing.
That's fair.
I think there's a difference between holding up and sounding of its era.
Sure. I mean, I guess it's the only song to me that feels timeless. Is Everything I Am.
Oh yeah.
Good morning. Stronger, I wonder.
Stronger. It's hard. I feel like
Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Yeah, I feel like there's a huge difference between like, oh, this has degraded over time, and
Good morning.
And no, I get that. Yeah, this sounds exactly like what 2005 just sounded like, but I give
2007.
But 2007, yes, but that's okay to me because this is why it sounded like that.
Sure, of course.
Created the sound.
I think it's different when like, right, to me it's the difference between like The Weeknd and Party Next Door, right? It's like The Weeknd is good because he's why R&B sounds like that versus like Party Next Door is just like a guy sounding like that. Yeah. No, I am pro Graduation.
It's a good album.
100%.
But yeah. In its era.
God.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're gotten to this point. I hope he just kind of falls off the map for a while, but doesn't appear to be happening. Appears everything is getting worse.
He's trying to get Baby Keem on music, apparently.
Oh no.
Bully's supposed to be 100% produced by him for the first time since like Graduation or something. I don't know.
And watch it only come out in fucking Tokyo.
Yeah.
At this rate, it'll be Macau, given where he's been performing.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna only come out in the Asian states or countries. South Korea.
Yeah.
China.
Street Poetry. Now they get a whole album.
Yeah, it'll be Tidal Japan. That'll be where it comes out. Only on Tidal, only in Japan.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, this was our Doomsday episode.
Completing the year of doom.
I'm going to go out and devote the rest of my weekend to villainy, to treachery, to damnation, all that shit.
Now you're going to go like, comment, subscribe.
And you're going to go do that. Yeah, tell us how bad we suck. It feeds the algorithm and boosts us in it.
Now, if you'll excuse me, there's only one beer left. So I'm going to head out.
Oh.
Yeah, I had 2 beers, but there's only one now, so.
And that's your new name, Brandon. 2 beers.
Yeah, call me.
I can see the rage building in Purvis right now. This is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We're sorry about this, Purvis.
I made choices that led me to this point, so I accept it.
And with that, we'll end the show.